What's up? Hey, what's good, YouTube? I'm here to tell you guys about 10 things that can possibly make 2K18 the greatest of all time. And just a quick disclaimer, y'all, these are things that I feel would add to the game, and some of these may or may not be possible, but it's just more of like a suggestion video, and let me know if you guys like anything I say in here. And also, I mainly play my career, and I don't really play other game modes as much as I used to, so these things will mostly be about my career. Before I start, I just want to say that I didn't think 2K17 was that bad. I mean, there's obvious problems here and there, but I didn't think it was that bad of a 2K. There were better, but could be worse. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, coming in at number 1 is something that you probably all relate to, man, and it's fixing the 2K servers. Yo, it's obvious that 2K is known to have bad servers. I mean, back in 2K14 I couldn't even play the park at all because it was way too much lag. But I mean, over the years it's been getting a lot better. This year with 2K17 it's been more manageable to play the park. There's still lag and all that, which is inevitable with the game where everyone has their own individual player that has to load up at every second of the game. But if they touch up on little things like server delays when you're playing in my career, or just cutting the time short when you're trying to play with your friends and join their lobbies. I've had lots of inconsistency with the servers, like sometimes it takes me a minute to load up the park, sometimes it takes me like 5, 7. I mean, it shouldn't take longer for 2K to load up the park than it takes GTA to load up their entire world, you know? Alright, the second thing for me is something that I hear they've already been working on. I mean, there's an interview with LD2K on 2K TV about fixing the jump shots, because it's ridiculous how these glass cleaners can just pull up like they're sharpshooters, and the only thing sharpshooters have on them is limitless range, Hall of Fame. But yeah, they need to fix something about the jump shots. It's way too easy to hit a green light if you have the right jumper. They just need to make it so if you have a 34 3-pointer, you can't be shooting like someone with a 90 3-pointer. Like, what's the point of making a sharp when you can make a glass cleaner that can rebound, play defense, block shots, and shoot the same way that you do, you know? Now for the third suggestion, I've been hearing this from a lot of people and I actually believe them. I really think that 2K needs to do new parks next year. It's been, what, 3 years now with the same 3 parks, and people are getting bored of it. Even the new Old Town, people don't really like it that much, as I hear they like the old one better. And the Rivet City one, the format's kind of messed up. Like when you hold R2, it's like diagonal and shit. Like nobody wants that. And I would like to see if they could do something like more realistic with the scenery. The background in Sunset Beach with the shark aquarium is kind of unrealistic, and it takes away from the game in my opinion. I just think that if the game's 2K and it's based on a real life sport, I think the scenery should be real life. Back in the old basketball games, like the ones you used to play on PS2, you could go to like Rucker Park, the actual Venice Beach, and I think they could just do like a variation of the real life places and have enough courts for people to play on. Now things get a little controversial with the fourth thing on my list. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about sub archetype, and I think it's a good idea, but I think it should be like the blending in the jump shot creator, where you can do like 50% of something, 40% of something. If you did like a 60% glass cleaner and like a 40% stretch big, you can have like 3 badges of the glass cleaner and 2 badges of the stretch big to upgrade. And also like their attributes should even out. Can't be like glass cleaner with like a 93 3-pointer. I know it sounds complicated, but like I said earlier, these are just things that would make the game more interesting in my opinion. I think 2K needs to spice it up. Not sure if they can do this, but it would be a really interesting thing to do. Number 5 is going to be similar to number 1 with the servers, but it's obvious that the loading screens in 2K17 are way too long and that they need to cut that down. Like when you're grinding your attributes on my career, it takes you 2 minutes just to get to the practice gym and get out, you know? It should take less than 1. Nobody's trying to take that long to get just 1 attribute upgrade. It already takes 9 times in the practice gym to even get 1 upgrade, and that's already long in itself. I also have heard about this, but it never happened to me. I've heard that people get stuck on the main Paul George loading screen, I believe, for more than like 5 minutes. Now, this has never happened to me, and I'm not sure whether it's because I have a disc and other people have downloaded the game, because I know Agent Zero, he's a big 2K YouTuber. He's had this problem, and he's downloaded the game, and he's had to re-download it to make it all better. But I just think it's ridiculous, even if you downloaded the game, that at some point in time, it's going to take you 7 minutes just to boot up a game. I mean, that's like one of those PCs back in like 07 that took 15 minutes for it to warm up for you to even like start using the browser. And at number 6 is something I hold very dearly to my heart. 2K should allow you to skip cutscenes if it's not your first player. Like if it's your second player, you should be allowed to skip cutscenes, because it takes way too long, and we've already seen it before. When you're already making a second player, like, we don't need to see it again, you know? It would make the grind a lot easier for people who have multiple players. And for number 7, man, they need to nerf the stupid playmakers. The way they dribble, like when they go behind the back, they shouldn't be able to dribble off your foot and still have full possession of the ball. They need to have more turnover animations for point forwards and playmakers. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the park and it really looks like they just dribbled off of me, but they still somehow get the ball back and they score on me. And when I'm running twos, they do this all the time and I end up getting 21-0'd. And yes, a lot of you are going to say, oh, you're just getting dropped off. But it's not fair to how if I go behind the back, it's instantly a turnover, but they can go behind the back 3-4 times and they never lose the ball. I also think it would help like bring out the true colors in people. There's too many playmakers who have no skill in basketball. All they do is dribble, string together dribble combos for like 20 seconds in the shot clock, and I don't think that's how you play the game. And for number 8, I think that it's way too easy to block dunks in this game. As someone who uses slashers a lot, it's not fair that more than half of the time that you go up for a dunk, you're getting blocked. I think it should be more like a 60-40 chance of you making the shot instead of 40-60, because in real life, not that many dunks are getting blocked like that. I'd rather have the animation of you doing the, you know, the animation where you go up for a dunk, but like if they're bigger than you, you don't really like go for a dunk, you just throw the ball off the backboard. Like I feel like that's more realistic than just getting straight up blocked. For number 9, it's something that Agent Zero also said. He brought up a ranked and unranked system in terms of myPark. I believe that this is a good idea because I've played many games like League of Legends and CSGO where you can play ranked and unranked. If you chose ranked, it changes the environment and people take it way more seriously. And I feel like there's so many times that I hop on the park and some of my teammates just like hop on and don't play D. All they want to do is play offense because they want to get like highlight plays. And I think it's better to separate the people who are taking it seriously and the people who aren't. This will definitely help with all the rage that's going on in the 2K community nowadays. Last is just some personal preference. I feel like this year I'd have to look up how to get badges and how many times you need to do certain moves to get these badges, and a lot of the sources were wrong. And so I feel like 2K should have like a guideline of what you need to do to get some like your core badges at least, and like how many you've done so far. Like if you press start, there should be like a statistic menu of your badge progress. I feel like it would just make the game smoother and easier. So yeah, that does it for the list of things I think 2K should do if they want to make 2K18 a better game. So yeah, the name's Chester's Buckets, and that does it for my first video. Let me know what you guys think about what I said, and comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all later. Peace.